Yeah, so welcome to the We Got a Podcast 2 podcast.
Yeah.
It is December 9, 2019. It's almost the end of the year.
Almost there, man.
And there's a whole bunch of movies and music and odd things to talk about this time.
Yeah, man. What heck of a year. Heck of a year for film, and 2020 is looking really good, but that doesn't mean there aren't any other films coming out before the year ends. Is there anything you want to start off with, Aufaunt?
If we have time, we can get to, we could talk about the Ghostbusters movie coming out.
Yeah.
We can talk about Free Guy,
Woo.
which looks interesting. It's like a really good rental, or you go to the movies mad high because like, wow, this movie looks as bad as that one with, that video game movie they had a long time ago with Adam Sandler. It looks like just about the same. Like, I wonder if it was made by the same company. But anyway, we got that. We got Six Underground.
Ooh, also Ryan Reynolds.
He's, I guess 2020 is Ryan Reynolds' year. We'll all be drinking his gin and watching his movies.
Man.
And we'll all be as handsome as him. And we got the 007 movie coming out.
Oof, No Time to Die.
And we have, I guess, Wonder Woman's coming out. The trailer just came out for that.
Yes.
That's going to be nuts.
Oh, Wonder Woman 1984. Lit.
Sorry if I just look off into nothingness, up into the sky when I think of Wonder Woman. It's like, good Lord.
She kind of disappeared for a minute. I guess that was like...
maybe to you, but she's never disappeared out of my mind.
I think that was a smart choice, like not have her in like lots of other movies leading up to Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Like just take Gal Gadot out of the equation for a little bit and bring her back. Smart move. Smart play.
We're just going to pause for a second. I'm going to go look up the Ghostbusters stuff.
I found this in my living room.
Whoa, killer replica.
A replica of what?
A ghost trap? There hasn't been a ghost sighting in 30 years. New York in the 80s? It's like The Walking Dead. Your dad never mentioned this to you?
It's just my mom. My grandfather died.
I think it's called Ghostbusters Afterlife. Let's look at the synopsis here. So the synopsis reads as follows on IMDb. When a single mom and her two kids arrive in a small town, they begin to discover their connection to the original Ghostbusters and the secret legacy their grandfather left behind. So I guess it's safe to say that perhaps they're hinting that the grandfather was one of the 4 original Ghostbusters?
Yep. My guess is probably Egon Spengler.
Yeah?
Well, judging by the look of the kid, it's like, who could we get that looks like Egon?
Finn Wolfhard? It's spelled Wolfhard. Wolfhard.
Wow. Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah.
Well, he's doing a good job. He's showing up in everything.
Do you think he's being typecasted in a way?
You know
like
what?
Sci-fi wise, or no?
If the typecast leads to a big fat bag and pocket, I'm cool with that. If I had his face, I'd be in every movie too.
Yeah, he's a really good actor.
Yep. Like, you forget that he's being typecasted. He could probably play a whole bunch of things. If anything, he's probably going to be the next. He's basically mini Adam Driver to me. I don't know if I'm just being, just locking in on the nose. But he seems like a really good actor, and he's got a unique look.
He does.
You can't mistake him for somebody else.
It's cool. He's in a band too.
See, there you go. He's in a band.
A singer. He can sing.
He's a rock star. He's a movie star. He's a nose star.
He's a nose model.
And his wolf is hard. Word up.
Yeah, that porn transition is going to be real easy.
Have you seen the first movie, the Ghostbusters movie?
I hadn't seen it in years. Okay. And to be honest, I don't think I've watched it properly.
Like, how are you supposed to watch a movie?
Well, I think you're supposed to sit down, have no interruptions, and watch it from beginning to end, having undivided attention toward the screen.
Yeah. Well, that would be the best way to take it in originally. But I think when I was a kid, I saw that in theaters, and it scared the shit out of me. For a child of, I don't know, 7 or 8, I don't know what I was. Probably shouldn't have been in the theater. but at the same time, saw it. And that one, the gargoyle monster.
Yeah.
That one freaked me out because I had never seen anything like that. Like in hindsight, looking back at it, it looked like a paper mache doll walking across it. But that's the technology we had back then. Either way, it freaked the hell out of me out. So, and then the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Oh yeah.
Like
scary.
that's messed up.
That was actually very scary.
As a Canadian, I didn't even understand what that was about because apparently a Stay Puft Marshmallow is like an American thing, like it's an American product. All I saw was this big fat giant guy that looked like a tire, and then like he was coming to kill you,
like the Michelin Man.
He was basically the delicious Michelin Man. Yeah, and when I saw it in theaters, and to tell you the truth, I think I've seen it almost every year since. In some form or another. Either it's been playing on TV or it was on VHS at parties or it's been, just playing in the background on like TBS or something. And every time it's on and if I happen to run into it on TV, I leave it on and I do whatever work I got to do. And I just like occasionally look up and I go, oh, here's that scene coming up.
So in the original Ghostbusters, that came out in 1984?
I believe it was 1984.
And it was Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, what is it, Harold Ramis?
Yeah, Harold Ramis.
Ramis, sorry. Was it Rick
Moranis?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick Moranis.
Ernie Hudson. Wait, so I guess I'm getting a bit confused. How many Ghostbusters were there?
There were 3 original Ghostbusters who started the company, and then Ernie Hudson shows up afterwards. He basically answered the Craigslist ad, and goes, I can help out, and they just hired him on the spot because they were getting a lot of job requests, as one does when they are removing ghosts from large commercial facilities.
What does what's his face? What does
Rick Moranis?
Yeah, what does he? He
was the neighbor of Sigourney Weaver.
Real special.
Yeah, so my guess it's Egon Spengler, who's played by Harold Ramis. Yeah, he passed away in 2014, so it's a while ago. So they definitely don't have any footage. He was actually one of my favorite characters. I like the nerds in these movies.
They're all doctors, right?
Yeah, they're all doctors. In fact, they're all nerds, whatever. This is like the first cool nerd movie,
Yeah. And then there was Ghostbusters 2. That came, like 5 years later?
I don't know if it was 5 years later, but all I know is wasn't that good.
No?
For all the attention given to the all-female cast of the last Ghostbusters movie, the second one is actually pretty unremarkable.
Really?
Basically they had a ghost or demon that lived inside a painting that was being sold at auction, I believe.
Yeah.
Or at least on display at a museum. What was his name? Vigo. Not Viggo Mortensen, but Vigo. just plain old Vigo. And they had Bobby Brown in the movie.
What?
He was he wasn't a bellboy, but he was one of those guys who takes your car, a valet.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was a valet or just someone who worked at a hotel who greets you. And he was asking, his whole line, I think, was, hey, man, you got to let me be one of you Ghostbusters or something and let me shoot some ghosts. And then it was so awkward. But I was like 14 or something. I didn't care. I was like, oh, Bobby Brown, that's dope. Gumby cut. But
did Rick Moranis end up being a Ghostbuster?
Yeah. In the second movie, I believe like he would occasionally hop in and out just to help out because he ended up dating the secretary, Annie Potts.
Annie Potts?
Yeah, Annie Potts.
Woo!
Yeah.
You know what her most recent credential is?
What's up?
Young Sheldon.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Was she the mom in Young Sheldon?
I think so. She's somebody's like older relative.
Yeah. Anyway, the new movie's coming out next year.
Yeah. And, it's
my
Afterlife.
guess,
they're expecting to release it in June or July of 2020.
Oh my God, we gotta wait that long?
I know, and that's gonna be released in the States first. I don't know the Canadian releases.
June or July?
Yeah, July 10th. Official, accurately July 10th, 2020 in the U.S.
So we got to wait a whole half year to get this thing going.
Yeah, that's right. Let's look at,
that sucks.
they don't even have like a Canadian release date. I think we'll probably get the same one, like whatever U.S. gets on a release date.
Well, I guess everything from now till then is speculation then.
Yeah.
But can we make certain guesses? My guess is the Ghostbusters had a off-site facility at this farmland.
Yeah.
Stored all the ghosts because New York didn't want the facility there. And now it's probably starting to deteriorate. Probably batteries are dying or something, or the power sources is going, and it's all the ghosts are trying to escape. And these kids come along with their mom, and Paul Rudd is probably the teacher, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think he's a teacher. And he happens to be like a big fan of like
Bobby Brown?
Yeah, huge Bobby Brown
Bobby
fan.
Brown, like I could see Paul Rudd being a Bobby Brown New Edition fan.
For sure.
Yeah.
He plays Mr. Gruberson. That's the official.
Come on, Hollywood.
The Groob. It was filmed in. I'm looking at the credentials of like where this movie's filmed. It's in Canada, man. Calgary.
It looks like Calgary. Fort McMurray? Fort McLeod. Fort McLeod.
MacLeod.
Yeah, Fort McLeod.
McLeod. It's like MacLeod. Cleod.
Man. That's pretty much the synopsis right there, right?
Yeah.
It's old farmhouse turns out to be their offsite facility.
I think that's fair.
That's fair.
Like, that sounds like a really good guess of what's happening and where the Ghostbusters...
You know, obviously there's going to be comparisons to the all-female cast and that storyline.
Right.
And to me, I mean, this one obviously just makes more sense. It actually pays homage and references the first movie.
And it's cool because, we've had the original all-male cast, an all-female cast, and now we're going to get to see how kids handle the situation.
Yes. This feels like one of those Spielberg and whatnot.
Like, the remake It.
Every time I say whatnot, just shoot me. That's a good way of knowing someone doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's about to do that thing and whatnot. That dude is about to put, when you make pancakes, you put the eggs and the flour and whatnot. It's like,
what have you?
Or what have you?
And such.
Say if you will.
And such. Well, you see how rocket science works is you take the
propellant,
whatnot.
You put the propellant in the tube and whatnot. Okay.
What did you think of the all-female Ghostbusters remake?
Honestly, I found it entertaining. I didn't mind it. At the same time, it wasn't necessarily a Ghostbusters movie.
No.
It felt more like a Ghostbusters episode of the cartoon. I don't know if you watched the cartoon when you were a kid, but there was a Ghostbusters cartoon, like Saturday morning kind of deal.
There were,
and it had the real characters from the original movie, but it had that kind of comedic overtone. There wasn't, obviously it's for kids, right?
Yeah.
The whole series is for kids, but at least the original one had a bit of a dark tone that made you feel like they're actually talking about the spiritual ghost side and stuff.
Yeah.
This one, I mean, it basically felt like a cartoon, especially when they're talking about. Speaking of whatnot, when they're rambling about the technology they're using. Melissa McCarthy, whenever she rambled off some kind of technology,
hit the jubilator and whatnot.
Yeah, hit the jubilator so that the parapsychomatromicide will capture the
and such.
Exactly.
The Ghostbusters remake that took place in 2016, the all-female cast. The plot, it's read on IMDb, is following a ghost invasion of Manhattan. Paranormal enthusiasts Aaron Gilbert and Abby Yates, nuclear engineer Jillian Holtzman, and subway worker Patty Tolan band together to stop the otherworldly threat.
Yeah.
That's a synopsis.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know what the big deal is. Like, it doesn't bother me there was an all-female cast. None of that bothers me. It's just it was a bad movie. If it wasn't a bad movie, it was basically a movie made for children. If you're going to compare it to what's coming out, hopefully people, give it a chance.
Yeah. I heard something as well about the person who had originally directed or wrote the original Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jason Reitman.
Reitman?
Yeah, he was one of the original writers of the movie, or producers, I thought.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And Dan Aykroyd is still... He actually gets a writing credential for the new Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Afterlife. That's really cool.
Yeah, another Canadian connection.
That's sweet, man.
So, I guess...
So at least you get someone who was there from the beginning.
Yes, and you never know. He might be attached to it as possibly... He might be the grandfather, or he might be just a friend of the grandfather in the movie. I'm assuming it's Egon, or it might be the character played.
So we got Bill Murray.
Yeah, Bill Murray, that's the one. Well, either way, that movie's going to be coming out when? In July 10th?
Yeah, July 10th, 2020. Summertime.
A lot of time between now and then to speculate at what's going to go on.
Yeah, man. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Looks good, though.
Yeah, the first trailer looks good.
I'm looking forward.
Hey, bud, you ever think that there's got to be more?
More than what?
The stuff we do day after day. Being shot at? Run over? Taken hostage?
Everybody down on the ground! Today's gonna be different.
Hi.
God, this isn't you. You don't do this, man. Maybe I do.
Next movie up is Free Guy.
Ooh, Free Guy. Starring...
You play a lot of games?
I used to. Not as much as I'd like to be honest. I like adventure games, like a singular player, like going through missions and stuff. Like, I really enjoyed Batman.
Yes, that was good.
How about you? Do you play a lot of video games?
I mean, I enjoy most games. I just don't have time for them anymore.
Yeah.
But, I guess that sort of makes sense, though. I mean, I honestly don't know if this is going to make a great movie, to be honest.
It's probably going to be really funny.
It's going to be funny, for sure. Anything with Ryan Reynolds is going to be funny. But it seems like it could possibly be a idea for a sketch, for a TV show that just got blown out of proportion. Or that they decided to maximize every possible joke out of the idea of turning a game sprite. What if a game sprite came to life or self-realized within the game?
Right.
Yeah. You have the synopsis for the movie?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
Here,
Okay.
it's a really short synopsis.
Tell me if I'm way off.
A bank teller discovers that he's actually an NPC inside a brutal open world video game. It's looking a bit like Wreck-It Ralph.
It could be, compared to Wreck-It Ralph or that movie by Adam Sandler a while back with the video game stuff.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. The Adam Sandler one where like Pac-Man and all that.
Yep.
Pixels.
Yes, Pixels.
It's Pixels.
It has its place. Movies like that have its place. And I tend to think this movie coming up with Ryan Reynolds is within that same space.
I don't know if it's going to be a kid's movie. I have a feeling it's going to be really violent and it's going to be really messed up.
Yeah, it'll possibly be basically
Deadpool?
Yeah, Deadpool with khakis and a blue shirt on.
Yeah.
Which I'd watch it.
I'm
gonna watch it.
Taika
Waititi?
Yeah.
Yes, he's the bad guy.
I don't know who he plays, man. Right? Yeah. But he's killing it in everything.
Yeah.
Anything he touches right now.
Not a single thing that I've seen him in that I don't like. Everything he's done, everything he's touched or worked on, I'm down with.
Jojo Rabbit was dope,
Jojo
man.
Rabbit was really good. What We Do in the Shadows was really good.
And he's going to be...
Thor was my favorite Marvel movie so far.
He's going to be directing Thor Love and Thunder.
That's right.
Man, this guy. So Ryan Reynolds, Free Guy, that comes out, is scheduled to have it released on July 3rd, 2020. July's going to be
busy.
Nutso, dude. It's going to be nutso.
All these movies coming out half a year from now.
Yeah, we've got a lot of time.
Is that the normal thing for trailers? Because this seems like it's going to be a real boring few months before then.
Yeah,
not,
so it's
right?
like, good luck with the rest of your lives.
No. Am I the only one that thinks if a good movie's about to come out, maybe like 3 months from now or 4 months from now, am I the only one that actually thinks like, I got to drive extra careful in traffic, or I got to avoid dangerous things because I definitely want to see this movie? Right?
Right.
Do you ever think about that? Like I do. Like when Star Wars is about to come out, I have to survive.
Like I have to make it to this film.
If I die right after Star Wars or something like a big movie, then I'm like, fair enough.
That's fair. That's crazy. That's like treating it the way like a UFC fighter treats like fight week.
Yes.
Like stay out of danger. Don't get sick.
Don't have sex.
Make it. Yeah. Yeah.
Avoid sugar.
Check.
Make sure all your steroids are out of your system before weigh in or whatever the hell.
Right. Be in tip top shape.
What's the other movie that's coming out with Ryan Reynolds?
Ooh, 6 Underground.
Okay.
That's going straight to Netflix as well.
Oh, it's straight to Netflix. Okay.
Yeah, it's a Netflix. I think it's a Netflix original movie. And its director is Michael Bay.
Can't say I've heard of him.
No. The man responsible.
So there's going to be a lot of explosions.
Yes.
There's going to be a young, attractive female bending over for some reason in shorts.
For sure. No doubt.
A few scenes like that.
Okay, 6 Underground. Plot. Meet a new kind of action hero. 6 untraceable agents, totally off the grid. They've buried their past so they can change the future.
I can't say I'm looking forward to it, but it's on Netflix. We already paid for it, so I guess
yeah,
I'll watch
you're paying for it already. Like it's going to be straight to your Netflix feed, so you don't even have to leave.
It's one of those movies where if it's good, it's a good surprise. If it's okay, it's good enough.
It's coming out this month, man.
Okay, well, maybe we'll do a review of that, a complete review next time. If
Let's
we
watch it. Let's do December 13th.
December
it comes
13th.
To Netflix.
Right. Oh, okay. That's like next week almost.
Yeah, man. That's
the day before the fight.
Shoot, that's Friday right before the Saturday of UFC, the big UFC fight card.
So this will be Ryan Reynolds' third or second movie where he plays a special agent.
Let's see, man.
The first one was with
Denzel Washington. And he's got the one with Samuel L. Jackson.
And that's right, yeah. So it was the third one, yeah.
And then he's got one with...
Does he play the same character in all these movies or no? No, I don't think so.
It's when he got in shape, right?
That's true.
That's what happened. He got in ridiculous shape.
Yeah, essentially he's the same character.
Yeah. It's always like a funny, charming guy.
Yeah. New agent, wisecracking, probably shouldn't... He's in over his head.
Yeah.
Absurdly handsome.
He was really... he's really funny. He's really good at what he does.
Oh, yeah.
You ever see that movie with him and Sandra Bullock?
Yes.
That was really funny.
Yeah.
And he can definitely do drama. I've seen him in like some heavy ones, man.
Like which movies?
There was this one where him and the girl from that show on Netflix called The Killing, their daughter goes missing.
Oh, he was in that movie where he's buried alive, right?
Yep. There's that one,
too.
Man.
Does he crack jokes in that? I've never seen it because honestly, that movie scares the crap out of me.
Yeah.
It's one of my biggest fears. You know, in actuality, I'm not like claustrophobic, but the thought of being in an enclosed area like that and, you know, with no designated time of escape.
Yeah.
Like where I got to get out. It's like, there's no way I'm getting out of this.
You saw that movie?
I'm dumb enough to get caught and put in a box underground. I'm probably going to die.
Oh, shoot, man. Did you end up checking out that movie, Buried Alive?
No.
I heard something crazy about it. I heard that they purposefully, for the longest time, just have it pitch black. Mm-hmm. It's just him breathing, just so the audience gets like a real feel of what it's like. He was in Amityville Horror as well.
Yeah,
he was in that one.
I think I remember that.
Scary, man. Ryan Reynolds, scary.
That's right. I can't pronounce that.
I can't say it. I have to say it slowly too.
Amityville Horror.
Yeah. And that one's based on like real events.
It's true. Storytelling. I watch all those ghost movies and those ghost shows, so I've seen that story 1,000 times. Whether or not it's real, I got to tell you one thing. I'm not sure I'd want to be in that house.
Yeah, no way, dude.
But if someone gave me a lot of money, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't mind hanging out. Like, I'm sure everything is exaggerated. At the same time,
there's some crazy ass ghost stories, eh?
Yeah.
That like exist for real.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get crazy into it because just the thought of it is scary. There's like a house in Vancouver.
Yep.
You know which one? I don't even have to mention it.
No, you don't even have to mention it because it's the one they based some movies off of.
Yep.
It's right off of Canby Street and King
Edward.
King Ed, yeah. Like lights go on when it's under construction. No one's there.
It is
like
something
right now,
else.
you'd probably think it's homeless people, but when they were building it, it wasn't that way. So
yeah. Here's what I've heard. I've heard about it. I've heard that the only way it's functioning right now is they had sold it to some monks.
Really?
And a few monks are living in it right now. And like that seems to be going just fine. What I had heard was people who had just moved in would be coming home and their stuff's all over the lawn.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know how that works because like now you'd have a Ring camera on your front door. You probably got surveillance cameras all over the place. It'd be like I don't understand how we miss all this stuff
right
in real life. Even on these TV shows, it's like what's a Ring camera? What's a D-Link remote Wi-Fi camera cost? You know, like if you're really invested in this, like just buy like 20.
True.
Set up shop, let it run all day on your network, and watch it from home or watch it from work. Watch it from this motion detection stuff you can buy just from like these online companies. There's no reason to not catch this shit anymore. And in fact, some shows I don't know that they could be produced, but they do catch some stuff. And like whenever you bring it up to someone else, they think it's fake. And honestly, it could be fake, but anything can be fake now. But at the same time, like what's the budget of some of these shows, right? They probably got as much money as we do right now, and we're filming in this jank ass thing, right? So I can tell you one thing: I'm not going to be CGIing anything we do here, unless we go to video and I got to CGI some handsome on me. I think Adobe got a plug-in for handsome.
You got just like deep fake Ryan Reynolds.
Exactly.
We all just have deep fake Ryan Reynolds.
We all just got Ryan Reynolds faces, tanned Ryan Reynolds. Yo, Kingman, make it happen.
Yeah, Kingman, that's what you're going for school for.
Exactly.
So yeah, so 6 Underground, that's coming out like less than a week. I don't know anyone else who's really in it, just Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I can't really tell much through the trailers. It doesn't really. It looks more like it looks like a Tom Clancy show. So
you know who else is in it, man? I'm just looking at credentials right now. Dave Franco's in it.
Dave Franco, okay.
Yeah, and no one's got any real names, man. It's like Agent 1, Agent 2.
Okay.
Like Ryan Reynolds' character name on IMDb is just 1.
This sounds more and more like a Michael Bay kind of movie. And
guess how much the budget is for this.
Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, let me guess, okay?
Just guess, dude.
Okay, for a Netflix movie starring Ryan Reynolds, let's see. I'm saying 70 million? What?
Go up, man.
Are you serious?
Up, dude.
So, you know what? If you're going higher than that, it probably was meant for theater release.
Yeah, I think it will be.
And they go, man, this thing sucks.
It's going to be, I think it's select theaters.
It has the stench of wasn't good enough.
And this is the second highest Netflix film.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, 130.
Higher.
What?
Yes, dude.
What are they spending money on?
I don't know. Ryan Reynolds. And Dave Franco.
Oh my God.
It's
170?
higher. It's 150. But still, man,
$50 million.
$150 million?
Okay, so it wasn't meant for Netflix.
No way.
It was meant for a theatrical release.
For sure, dude.
And probably during initial, test views, people were like, yeah, man, this sucks.
Second most. Guess what? Another one came out, and it's actually at $175 million budget. The Irishman.
Yeah, but I heard that was good.
I can give you trivia about this movie that you're not going to like.
Really?
Okay, so
okay.
Ryan Reynolds and Ben Hardy both star in Six Underground, right?
Okay.
And Ryan Reynolds was also in the X-Men Origins Wolverine movie as Deadpool. And Hardy was in X-Men Apocalypse, played by one of your favorite characters. He played Angel. Yeah.
Do we have to get into Angel?
You don't have
we got into that the first episode, didn't we? I don't know.
And Dave Franco's in this movie, and so is someone, I guess another actress named Melanie Laurent. Hopefully I'm saying her name right. And they were both in Now You See Me, that magician movie.
Well,
yeah.
Nice. Okay, so let's move on to the next movie or topic.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we haven't added much to the conversation other than our opinion on that one.
Yeah,
so.
like mostly it was our opinion on Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, we all agree he's a handsome man.
You keep talking. I'm just going to get my charger.
Why would I betray you?
We all have our secrets. We just didn't get to yours yet.
The world is arming faster than we can respond. Where's 007?
I need a favor, brother. You're the only one I trust for this.
The world's moved on, Commander Bond.
The upcoming movie 007. What's it called?
It's 007. It's No Time to Die.
No Time to Die. I can imagine that meme where that lady goes, "Ain't no time to die.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that." Daniel Craig's just walking by this building and he's about to get shot, and she's like, "Ain't nobody got time for that." or she's like a sample in the main theme song. Okay,
Jeebus, man. You saw the trailer?
Yep, I saw the trailer.
What'd you think?
Oh, it looks good. That's one of the movies I'm actually looking forward to. And please don't tell me it comes out in July.
Okay, let's have a look. When is this movie coming out, man? Because July is going to be, April 10th.
Okay,
so
April 10th,
cool.
Not too bad. At the same time, it's still a ways away. To me, it looks like a. It sounds bad that I'm saying this sounds like a typical 007 movie, but you know what? It's probably the movie that I'm anticipating the most because it's gonna give you what we're looking for. Like every movie so far, and last year has been like a superhero movie with like guys with lasers coming out the eyes or super strength or whatever. I'm kind of looking forward to something a little more reality based, and possibly just dramatic as opposed to special effects ridden. So this would be kind of nice, especially that scene where he like rides up the wall in a motorcycle and they reveal that scene where people, I don't know if it's a wedding going on or a party, but it looked crazy.
Fuck.
And that looks like practical special effects to me. So
it's crazy.
Yeah.
So this movie is estimated at $250 million.
Oh, they just passed Netflix.
Just
level.
past them.
Too bad. But anyway, yeah, I could see that.
What are you thinking cast wise? What's it looking like for you?
Oh, I mean, was the girl who plays the 007 character? She was the last character from the last movie, like the assistant or the.
Oh, she's actually like a new.
Oh, she's a new one.
Yeah, she's new. Her name is Lashana Lynch.
Yeah, you know what? A lot of people are freaking out about the fact it's a female. It doesn't bother me one bit. I don't know the canon to the 007 original books.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they're British, to me, the essence of 007 is they are well-dressed, high class. They have weapons expertise.
Yeah.
They can fight.
Mm-hmm.
And they're British. Those are the criteria that must be met for a 007
or
movie.
it don't count.
Whether or not they're female or male doesn't really make much of a difference because a bullet enters your skull at the same rate no matter what.
Right.
So it doesn't really matter.
Right.
I know there was a lot of controversy about it. People are saying it's probably not canon. It's not 007 or James Bond, obviously, is male. That's not a problem, but she's not James Bond. She's a 007 agent. So
That's right. Completely different.
You know, it really doesn't bother me, actually, with females playing certain parts in these new films. I'm not sure what people are really complaining about, as long as it's good.
Yeah, that's the most important
The
thing.
challenge is, I guess, there's a lot of agenda connected to this.
Yeah.
You know, like the new Batwoman.
Right. We'll get to that sometime.
We'll get to that. Batwoman
Special
deserves
time.
her own 2 hours.
With this new movie, No Time to Die, I saw the trailer. I need to give the trailer another play. I really want to understand what Christoph Waltz's character is saying to James Bond. Well, Christoph Waltz plays the villain in the last James Bond.
Yeah.
Spectre.
Yeah.
And James Bond goes and visits him, and he's imprisoned. And I think there's a big reveal where Leah Seydoux, her character, Madeline Swan, she herself was working on something or is part of something that James Bond didn't know about. And his relationship with her is going to be tested.
I see. You know,
man, he can't catch a break, eh?
Yeah.
Like, talk about failed relationships over and over again.
Yeah. So what do you think overall, though? Like, do you think this is going to meet expectations?
Yeah. One thing that's, I think, a hook for Daniel Craig's James Bond is that I've never seen James Bond get so beat up.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, Pierce Brosnan seems like he's never been hit.
Yeah.
Or, that's not true. I don't know what I'm saying. His character went through a lot of physical damage and emotional damage.
But he never had his balls electrocuted like the last movie.
Like, just like hit, sacked.
Exactly.
Really sacked.
That's gonna be very difficult to be tortured as a female 007 agent.
Right.
Like, there's no balls to
like they just like to. they tie her up and then they start putting like chips on carpet.
Chips on carpet.
Like, oh no.
Yeah,
or like, what are they gonna do? Like, to piss her off. What's like, how are you gonna piss her off? How are you gonna get under her skin? Tie her up and then start doing laundry wrong in front of her.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna wash her white clothes with pink underwear.
And she's like, no, you're doing it wrong.
Oh, that's horrible.
Super sexist.
Comes to mind, like, what happens if you did attach electrical nodes to a woman's like lips? Like, that wouldn't be the same as nuts, right? Like, nuts hurt no matter what.
Yeah.
Even just the node attachment alone would be murder, wouldn't
it?
Like, I can't even imagine that. Like,
fuck, man.
And I think, like, in like San Francisco, there's like a torture castle where they actually film this as porn. So
yeah, kink.
Yeah, so it's like any one of those girls could be a 007 agent.
Yeah. It's got Ralph Fiennes
and whatnot.
Playing M, right?
Say again.
Ralph Fiennes is back playing M.
Yes.
And Ben Whishaw playing Q.
M was played by a different an actress
right?
before
him.
Yeah.
Who ended up passing in Skyfall. We've got Ana de Armas.
Oh. Is she in this movie?
She's in the movie, man.
Okay, honestly, I got to tell you now, like, I'm going to watch this movie so hard.
You're gonna slow down, like.
Damn. She did.
You remember
she
we
is
watched,
absolutely what I would think a 007
yeah,
woman looks like.
It's like, man, she was in that movie with Jonah Hill and Teller. You know that one where they were selling their arms dealers?
Yes.
War Dogs.
Yeah, and she was someone's
played like the girlfriend.
Girlfriend. Oh yeah.
And even in that
movie, she had a small role. Well, relatively small role.
Yeah.
And the whole movie, after seeing her on, I was just like, who is this girl? She's meant to be in film.
Yeah, she is something else. And like there was an interview.
You know, like
with
if it was the 20s or 30s, there'd be a perverted director going, "You're going to be a star.
Yeah.
You're going to be a star, girl. Can you dance? Can you act? All of those things. You're going to be a star.
Remember her in Blade Runner?
Huh?
Do you remember her in Blade Runner?
Yes, Blade Runner. Oof. Oh my God.
She's actually in Knives Out, which I want to go
giant,
see.
Naked in blue. And then what was that? And she's in Knives?
Yeah, she's in that movie, Knives Out.
Knives Out.
Like, out now.
Yeah, that looks
also
good. Also
Daniel
too.
Craig.
That looks good.
Daniel Craig's in that as well.
You know what? I wish someone would chop those trailers into one big thing.
Yeah.
That would be funny. Get on that, Kingman.
Yeah, Kingman. You got homework, pal. You get back here. So we've got a villain in the new No Time to Die 007 movie, and it's Rami Malek.
Oh, Rami Malek?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
I could see
dude.
him as a villain.
Fuck, he's just coming off that Oscar win.
Uh-huh.
Right? Best actor.
Yeah, and he's got those giant eyeballs.
Yeah.
So
he's got like
very distinct look.
Yeah, he's got like that jawline.
Yes.
He's got like he's either like a really good guy or a really bad guy.
Exactly.
Something about jawlines.
Yeah, you put him in a suit and you give him a bit of a sinister appeal. And he's the perfect guy to be he's the perfect guy to be in a James Bond movie. Yeah. If anything, he could have been a James Bond character.
Yeah.
He could have been the next James Bond, in my opinion.
I feel like if they ever did like a Family Guy movie,
yes,
he could be Stewie.
You think so?
Yeah. He's got like, I don't know why. I'd definitely get an audition as Stewie.
Okay.
We've got Jeffrey Wright playing Felix Leiter, Leiter. He's also in the James Bond movie.
Do you think it's going to be the biggest movie of the summer?
I think it might be April, right? It comes out in April.
Yeah, it comes out April, so it has a chance of gaining momentum.
But you know what comes out around April and May as well?
What comes out?
Black Widow.
Okay, sorry.
So that's a tough one, man.
Yeah, both
it's
spy movies.
It's a super spy month, dude.
Yeah. April is spy month.
Yeah.
And then I got this job. This family. But nothing lasts forever.
I heard you had to leave in a hurry.
It's never easy these days.
So what are you going to do?
I've lived a lot of lives, but I'm done running from my past.
I know you're out there.
I know you know I'm out here. So we're gonna talk like grown-ups?
Is that what we are?
Pick your European country.
Widow, dude.
Okay, so we are done with the 007 movie.
Yeah.
We've also given absolutely, we've contributed nothing to the zeitgeist. Mm-hmm. However, that's our opinion, and you can.
But you know what's kind of funny?
Yes.
In its own, Daniel Craig's wife is going to be in Black Widow.
Really?
His wife in real life, Rachel Weisz.
Oh, his wife is Rachel Weisz?
Dude, yeah.
Oh my God.
This guy, and he gets like free suits, right? Like Tom Ford suits for life because he's.
Really?
I think that's like. Since playing James Bond and being so successful in it, I think the company's decided to give him free suits for life.
That's a small price to pay, I guess, to have him in one of your suits.
So, Rachel Weisz.
So, is
Daniel
he getting
Craig,
free suits because he played 007, or is he getting free suits because his wife is Rachel Weisz?
They met on, like, I think they met in, like, a Broadway play called Betrayal.
Really? Okay. That's beyond any of my expertise or knowledge.
That was really good.
But I can tell you, Rachel Weisz, when she was in that movie with the Mummy, I never had a crush on a woman with a mustache before. Got to tell you, like, she looked good.
Yeah, Rachel Weisz is awesome, man. She, God.
I know, right? Like, I think she got a unibrow or something in one of her roles.
Man,
you just let it grow out or what? But she could still rock it. I don't care.
There's this scene in Black Widow.
Okay.
In the trailer where, like, David Harbour puts on his Red Guardian costume and he sits down and like someone messaged him like the family back together again.
Yes.
So it's David Harbour, Rachel Weisz, Scarlett Johansson, and Florence Pugh. I think that's her last name. And apparently Florence Pugh, her character Yelena Belova, is supposed to be Natasha Romanoff's sister.
That's right.
I wonder if they're going to introduce her as someone who's going to come into Phase 4 or Phase 5.
Oh, she will be.
She's going to be the new Black Widow?
Most likely. Who else is going to be?
That's pretty cool, man. And what's his name? Hawkeye is supposed to come up with a new show on Disney Plus.
Yep.
Where he's training his daughter to be the next Hawkeye.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's funny because I'm not sure what to contribute because we've heard all of these theories before. Taskmaster has a bow and arrow as well.
Oh, crazy!
But he stupidly has a paintball like mask. I don't know what the fuck that's about. Maybe they clear that up in the movie at some point.
You think Robert Downey Jr. is making an appearance as Iron Man?
Possibly. Yeah, possibly. Why not? I mean, in a newscast or something, or
something, right?
Yeah, you know. Which begs the question why when all these events happen, how come none of the other guys show up to help out?
Yeah, for like pretty big events, they're like, "No, man, you should take this one."
You know what? Like, I would like to do a skit on what's actually going on with the other superheroes when the main characters are up to doing something. What are the other guys up to?
Yeah, like I think
like the Hulk is just chilling, watching like an episode of Top Chef on Netflix or something.
You were talking about that in regards to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
And you're like, man, it seems like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. characters are taking on occurrences that Avengers should be having part of.
Yeah, it seemed weird that these B-level superheroes are taking on something that Iron Man or Thor should be taking on. And then yet none of them are there. They're not even in the newscasts. They're only referenced slightly, and there's never any help,
Right.
All you had was Quake.
But Chloe Bennett got some kind of power now?
Yeah, Chloe Bennett, she has the power of being a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
That I am always and forever will be completely in love with.
That's her power.
Holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying, Chloe?
She used to be like a Asian pop star.
Yep.
Damn.
Nobody's perfect. Except Chloe.
She's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking at the release date for Black Widow. May 1st, 2020. So May, Black Widow. April, 007. June, we just chill for a minute. And July is going to be a heavy month.
And we are presently at the 1 hour and 12 minute mark. This has been another We Got a Podcast 2 podcast. Probably it's a good time to end this.
Definitely a good time, dude.
Today's episode was brought to you by Chloe Bennett being fine. Okay.
We'll talk about some other ones in more details. There's just so much going on right now, right?
Yeah, we'll quickly get into the next one anyway. So, okay, this one's good and gone. Peace.
Pieces.